Okay. Maybe you don't own Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, and maybe you have your reasons for that. But you don't think that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are going to go to zero or going to go away anytime soon, do you? You need to get used to crypto. What's up, Crypto Land? Black Crypto here, bringing another cryptocurrency video where I talk about the basics of Bitcoin and everything else cryptocurrency. So of course, maybe you don't have Bitcoin, or maybe you're thinking about owning some Bitcoin, and maybe you need to understand why Bitcoin is even here and exists. Well, when it comes to that, of course, that's built on this technology that is known as blockchain. And that's really what is so powerful, not only for today, but in terms of our future. When it comes to technology though, in terms of you getting used to crypto, don't think that for any reason that cryptocurrencies is going to go away anytime soon. It is definitely here to stay. Of course, cryptocurrencies is here to stay because it will be integrated in pretty much every single industry that we're pretty much used to. And it will also create new industries in the future. Let's take a step back and actually think about technology itself. Of course, when you're talking about technology, these are devices or accessories, for instance, that are meant to assist us in our daily lives. Now, when it came to the pandemic, a lot of things have definitely changed in terms of making us start being more used to technology. Of course, we've been used to technology more than ever before when it came to, of course, cell phones or when it came to the computer. Now, what we're seeing is a lot more things being integrated with technology to help us. Not only are we seeing in terms of a broom, but we're now seeing automated brooms that can clean our whole room, or we're starting to see a whole lot of other devices that are starting to help blend our activities together. When it comes to blockchain, of course, and this technology, this is something that is going to revolutionize a whole lot of industries and a whole lot of devices all around the world. There are still a lot of individuals that do not like technology and who may live off grid. But for the majority of us, we love our technology and our gadgets. But one of the things that we have to now also think about is how we're starting to engage with these gadgets and how we're starting to utilizing technology in a total different way. Of course, we're starting to be connected in a way that we've never been before. And of course, this is due to the internet and of course, social media. Not only that, we had a pandemic that has happened and it has started to make us a whole lot more comfortable with technology. Every once in a while, there is a crisis that seems to either bring us together and also pushes us forward. Of course, in terms of this past crisis that we've had, we've seen a lot of changes in terms of our daily lives and the way that we use technology and the way that we're connected as well. For instance, we've seen the rise in terms of virtual workers, or in terms of video conferencing, in terms of bringing us together and interacting a whole lot more and using this technology to assist us in things that we would have done in our traditional daily lives. But now we're using this technology to help us and continue to move us forward. Of course, when we're talking about move us forward and we're talking about all of these things that are changing, what's going to happen in the future? How are these things going to look in the future? Of course, if you think about the cartoon, the Jetsons, for instance, right? You see a lot of people interacting in terms of this way, or in terms of Star Trek, interacting in terms of video. How are all of these things going to happen if it's not moving forward towards those things? And this is what we're definitely seeing. Of course, when I talk about a crisis, think about the past, think about past wars, or think about the Industrial Revolution, or think about a lot of different things in terms of the economy, in terms of why we were shifted in another direction. Why are we being shifted right now in terms of a financial direction? Because things might be so bad right now. But of course, that's in terms of getting us right now, in terms of who's going to be who. Are you going to be the person that's going to be the next crypto millionaire? Are you going to be well off because you're getting involved with cryptocurrency right now? Or are you waiting for the future to see what's going to happen with cryptocurrency? But by that time, it may be too late and you may be in a bad position at that point. And that's something that you don't want to actually happen to you. So you're going to have to really get used to technology in the future. Hey, let's think about this in terms of crisis. What if there was an STD breakout globally all over the world? I'm talking about worse than the AIDS virus. If they're able to actually get that settled, maybe that might be the introduction of maybe virtual sex, like Total Recall. Okay, so maybe I need to give you some examples of not crisis, but maybe I need to give you some examples of different technologies in the past that you maybe were afraid of. So let's think about the past, for instance. Let's not go back too far. Let's think about debit cards and credit cards. Hey, there was a time when nobody trusted putting their credit card information online. Of course, that was a time when credit card fraud was at an all-time high, of course, with the internet in terms of e-commerce being so brand new. Of course, over time, we started to develop more and better fraud protection, identity protection, and e-commerce got a whole lot better, and we started to get a lot more comfortable actually shopping online. Well, of course, today you shop online in terms of Amazon without even thinking about it. Then there is present technology that we can maybe talk about. Let's think about Uber, for instance, right? Uber has been around for only a few years. But when it came to the early days of Uber, Uber was one of those things that you probably did not want to trust. There's definitely horror stories when it came to Uber in its earlier days, but they developed the app a whole lot better. They also weeded out a whole lot of their bad actors. And now today, you probably don't think twice about actually getting an Uber in terms of, hey, I would have probably never actually jumped into a stranger's car. But in terms of now today, when is the last time you probably ever hailed a yellow cab? And of course, there is our future when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. When it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, you now have an opportunity to get involved with decentralized finance. Of course, today you might be afraid of it. Of course, in the past, you may have definitely been afraid of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. You may have heard that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is a scam. Or you may have heard a lot of things happening with Bitcoin in terms of hacks, for instance. But we're getting a whole lot better when it comes to cryptocurrencies and, of course, building out these fraud protections or building out these services that we can start using cryptocurrencies a whole lot more responsibly. Of course, now you have the opportunity to unbank yourself. And what that means is, of course, take control of you and your own money. Another thing that we're definitely seeing today is, for instance, higher interest rates than we've ever seen before, of course, in comparison to traditional banks. So this is really powerful, and we're going to be seeing a whole lot more things that's going to be happening when it comes to the future. The birth of Bitcoin and blockchain has really opened the door in terms of innovation that we're going to be definitely seeing in the future. We may not be seeing all of it right now because, of course, our eyes are on it as an investment, but we will be seeing new innovations in the future that's going to be taking advantage of this blockchain technology. So, for instance, some of these integrations that we may see is, for instance, with 5G or with AI or with the Internet of Things. Hey, for instance, how do you think a lot of these smart cities are going to run? They're going to be running off of cryptocurrencies. So that's definitely future. Are you going to be waiting to get involved with the future then because you're afraid to be involved with it now? You know, our habits are changing every single day, and especially with the assistance of technology. It doesn't matter if it's something minor, whether it's a toothbrush and you move to an electric toothbrush, or on a bigger scale. For instance, malls. Malls are now shutting down all over the world. Of course, we can definitely blame the pandemic in part to this, but of course, malls have been declining for several years in terms of shoppers really going out to malls. I really can't remember the last time I actually went to a mall. And of course, this is because we are now more comfortable with e-commerce and especially with shopping online. So when it comes to us in terms of technology and having assistance with technology, our habits are going to continue to change as we continue to also rely on technology. So when it comes to, for instance, malls, how is this going to progress in the future? Maybe this might be the introduction of virtual malls, which are already here. Which, if you're having a virtual mall, if you're in a virtual mall, how would you shop? You might shop with cryptocurrencies. Hey, we all know in terms of VR, VR is already here. It's just not mature, or a lot of people are just not using it right now in terms of their everyday lives. You have more or less those experts, just like in the earlier days of cryptocurrencies, just more or less the nerds like us, just using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. as it starts to get integrated in our daily lives, we're going to find out that you're going to need cryptocurrencies a whole lot more than you ever thought before. All right, Crypto Land, well, there you have it. When it comes to technology, it's here to stay, and it will always be here to assist us. And technology will continue to grow in every sector and industry. So when it comes to Bitcoin and blockchain technology, this is how you need to start thinking about it. Stop thinking about it as only money or an investment. Understand why it's even here. It's technology. Maybe understand how is this technology going to continue to innovate and revolutionize many other industries. Start taking that opportunity right now. Of course, when it comes to blockchain and blockchain technology, we have a lot of things in the past that have then now matured that we're used to every day. Of course, in earlier days with the Bitcoin, we've heard a lot of horror stories as well with Bitcoin, and now we're starting to see that a lot of places that we trust is starting to talk about cryptocurrencies. But are you going to continue to only wait for somebody else to talk about something for you to actually join it or to learn about it your actual self? You shouldn't do that. Well, guys, I'm Black Crypto. Thank you for checking out another cryptocurrency video. Make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know, how do you think that Bitcoin is going to actually assist you in the future? Or how do you think blockchain technology is going to be integrated in the future, whether that's smart cities or how in smart cities, or what kind of other gadgets around your house do you think that can be integrated with blockchain technology? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell to be notified anytime I'm releasing new videos right here on this channel. And make sure you hit that like button. That helps me get these videos recommended out to everybody. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.